In this video, we're going to talk about CSS by class. So, class is an attribute, and we add the class attribute to HTML tags to style specific elements. I want you to think of it like putting a label on a specific tag that you want to style. So, for this activity, we're going to use 511, the tic-tac-toe exercise. So, in the directions, it says the given web page shows a finished game of tic-tac-toe, and the X's won on the first row. What it wants you to do is add a class attribute that is called winner to the winning cells in the table. And then they want you to color those orange. Well, if you notice, the first row of the table has the winning X's. So in order to complete this correctly, you would go down inside your table code in the body section and find the first row. Right here is the first row of the table. Inside the opening of the table row tag is where you're going to add your class attribute. So you put class equals, and inside quotation marks, we're going to put winner because that is what they told us they want it labeled and what they want it called. Now, notice, if we run the code, nothing happens. That's because you have to go up into the CSS style tag, okay, the style section of your code, and actually create a rule to tell it what to do. So when you are styling an attribute, you're going to put a period, and then you're going to put the name of whatever you labeled it, followed by your curly braces, and then you're going to put your property and value of what you want styled. Color, orange with a semicolon, and close your curly brace. Now if you notice, when we click run code, the first three X's are now orange. Notice how it didn't do the entire table orange because you put the class attribute only to go with the first row. So when the computer reads this, it knows that the only thing that it's going to color orange is what you labeled with the winner attribute label. So let's see another example. Also in 511, there's an activity called music library. In this library, they're going to have you style specific elements of the table. So if you notice, they already have a table here for you, but nothing is styled on the table. In the directions, they tell you that they want you to add a header class, which is a class attribute that is labeled with the header label, to the first row of the table. So in order to do this correctly, we would need to find the first row of our table. Well, the table tag opens here, so the first row of the table starts right here. Once again, when we add an attribute, it goes inside the opening of the tag. So we're going to add class equals, and this time they want us to label it with the word header. Now, once again, we run code, nothing happens. That's because we have to go up here to our CSS section and make a rule. So when we do it to an attribute, we add a period and then the label name. Then we open our curly braces to tell it what we want styled. In this case, they want the background color to be green. Notice how I put a hyphen in between background and color and a semicolon at the end. They also want the text color to be white. They also want the text alignment to be left. Text and align has a hyphen in between it. And then we close our curly brace at the end. Now when we run our code, notice how it changed the first row of the table. It did not change everything because we did not tell it to change everything. We only told it to change what we labeled with the header of the class attribute. Let's look at the second part of this exercise. They're going to have us do this again. So add a dark class attribute to the odd rows of the table and style it so the background color is blue. So we're going to find the odd rows in our table. Well, we already styled the first row. There's our second row. So where we see firework, here is the opening of the third row. It wants us to have a class attribute, and this time we're going to use the label name dark. Then we have our fourth row. Then we scroll down to the opening of our fifth row because it wants us to do the odd numbers. We're going to do class equals. Once again, we're going to put our label name. Now, When I run the code, once again, nothing happens. That's because we have to come up here and add a rule in the CSS section. So I'm going to go underneath what I did before, and I'm going to put my period plus my label name, dark, open my curly braces, and it said it wants the background color to be light blue. Run the code, and now you see that the rows that we put the dark label on are the ones that were colored light blue. The last activity in this exercise says that it wants all the text in the table should have the font family Helvetica. Well, notice how it said all the text in the table. So now we're not labeling specific parts anymore. We're going to apply this to the entire table. So think about it. Do you need the class attribute here? Probably not. If you notice up here in the CSS section, they've already made a rule to style the entire table. So all we have to do is come here and add one more thing. It wants the font family to be Helvetica. All we have to do is add one more declaration with the property and value to the table rule. Once again, we run our code. Notice how all of the font in the table changed. If we check the code, everything is correct. So let's do a review. The class attribute goes in the opening of whatever tag you are styling specifically. The purpose of it is that you're giving it a specific label. After you label it, you come up here to the CSS section and you make a rule for what you labeled. You have to specify what you want styled for that label. Hope this helps.